So this question asks, prove that this sin n omega naught t and cos m omega naught t are orthogonal. Okay, and we already got one note that for anybody of n or m, the sin and cos would be orthogonal. Okay, so somebody asked some question that what is m or n? Is not it? What is m or n means? These are the integer value. Integer value, you can say these are the angle value. If what is the frequency, or you can say any value. It may be sin 5t, sin 60. Here omega is given means angular frequency is given also in terms of sin. Okay, I think it's clear. And we have to prove that sin n omega naught t and cos m omega naught t are orthogonal in the time interval t naught t less than t naught plus 2s pi by omega naught. Okay, or you can write it is like t naught plus capital T also you can write. Okay, so the solution is, we know that two signals are orthogonal. When two signals are orthogonal, when integration t1, t2, f1t and f2t dt equal to 0. This we know. Okay. Take the left hand side. t1, t2, f1t, f2t dt. Okay. So what is the t1 range is t naught, it's given, and t2 is given by t naught plus 2s pi by omega naught. Okay, and f1t is take as a sin n omega naught t, sin n omega naught t, and f2 you take cos m omega naught t dt. Okay. Okay, then what is the formula for sin a into cos a? What is the formula for sin a cos a? Half take the t naught plus 2s pi by omega naught. The sin a cos a formula is half, you can say half sin a plus b and sin a minus b. Okay, sin m plus, you can take n plus m omega naught t plus sin n minus m omega naught t dt. Break the term, half will come outside, t naught plus 2s pi by omega naught sin n plus m omega naught t dt plus half integration t naught plus 2s pi by omega naught sin n minus m omega naught t dt. Okay, so break the integration of sin is minus cos, so minus come outside, 1 by half n plus m come outside, in bracket you write cos n plus m omega naught t, right up t naught plus 2s pi by omega naught by t naught, you write minus will become 1 by twice n minus m, in bracket integration you write cos n minus m t plus 2s pi by omega naught by T naught. Up to this, any problem, any inquiry, any doubt, you can ask. This is the limit is given. That's why I'm solving. Okay. A limit will given like this only in the questions. It's very important. Most of the times it's come in the exam. So what our now next step is, we should to put this upper limit and lower limit in this bracket. Okay. Here also we have to put this upper limit and lower limit in the bracket. Okay. So come to the next page. Any doubt? Come to the next page. Any doubt? I have to put this upper limit and lower limit inside the bracket. Have you completed?
Yes, sir, completed.
Now I have to put this limit inside. Okay. Take the first term first. Okay. What is the first term? Minus 1 by 2 n plus m omega naught. 2 times we have to cos n plus m omega naught in t. Here t will be there. In t we have to put upper limit first. T naught plus cos pi by omega naught. Then we have to put lower limit. Lower limit is cos n plus m plus or n plus x, similar, n plus m omega naught t will be t naught. Okay. Then minus 1 by twice n minus m omega naught. Any problem? Cos n minus m omega naught. Upper limit is t naught plus cos pi by omega naught minus cos n minus m omega naught. Lower limit is t naught. Okay. So come here, when you multiply this omega naught will become, but here cos pi by omega naught is there, isn't it? So how we can write? Minus 1 by twice n plus m omega naught bracket. We can write first. Let me multiply with this second term, cos pi by omega naught. Cos n plus m. Let me take omega naught inside. Okay. If you do bracket, okay, omega naught multiply with this second term will be omega naught cancel, will be twice pi. Okay. And then this will be, if you multiply this n omega naught also, plus n plus m omega naught t naught. Okay. Omega naught t naught minus cos n plus m omega naught t naught. This whole term I have multiplied inside with this bracket term. Minus 1 by twice n minus m omega naught t cos n minus, let me multiply this whole term with inside, and let me first multiply with this term. Then it will be n minus m cos pi, okay, plus n minus m omega naught t naught minus cos n minus m omega naught t naught. After this, any doubt? Just we have to multiply inside. Okay. Another formula we know. What we know? That something cos or sine also, something cos cos pi plus theta equal to how much? Cos theta only. Okay. this formula we will use now. Cos twice pi plus theta equal to cos theta only. Here twice pi is there, no? For any multiplication, this plus will give some integer value only, means even number only. Here also even number will give, okay? Because 2 is given, something 5 also come, then 5 into 2 into 10. If 4 will come, 4 into 2 into 8. So this is given a even number only, okay? Something n into something twice n pi plus theta equal to cos theta only, okay? So now we can write, we can remove this twice pi term, because cos twice pi plus theta equal to cos theta. So we just write this one, okay? Minus 1 by twice n plus m omega naught. What will write now? Cos this term, cos n plus m omega naught t naught minus cos n plus m omega naught t naught. Okay. Similarly, for second term also, minus 1 by n minus m omega naught in bracket cos n minus m. This term will be removed, only this term will be present. Omega naught t naught, this minus cos n minus m omega naught t naught bracket. Okay. Here this term cancel this term, and this term will cancel with this term. Okay. Ultimately, something minus something is 0, so it will ultimately give the 0. Okay. Hence the given signals are proved. You can write proved, or you can write right hand side. Okay. Right hand side proved. It's clear. Often these questions has come in the J2 examination. I have seen the paper. This question is very important. That's why I'm solved. And in previous note also I have given, just you proved, just you try at home. If you are unable to solve, please let me know. After this, it's clear this numerical is very important. Using this formula, we have taken only one term, and then both the term will be cancelled, and it's give the 0 value. It's over. Have you taken the note? Nobody writing or what? Nobody, please reply. You can write in the chartboard also.
Completed.
Another question. Okay. Another question. Hey, who is this? Prove that the signal or you can write like that. That will be the good. Check. Whether we do it directly by substituting m equal to 3 and equal to 2. Somebody give answer. It's not. You cannot prove this thing. This question. Okay. You cannot prove by putting, because they are giving in the range also, okay? And they are saying that for any value of n or m, okay? This is the better, this is the proper way if you will get full mark, if you go to solve like this, okay? You can do taking the also by assuming the values also, but this is the proper way, okay? Because for any value they are saying no, for any value m or n, prove that in this interval the signal, these two signals are orthogonal. Take another problem, check whether the following signal is orthogonal or not. What are those signal? Following signal. This is -1, 1, 2, 4, t. Okay. This 4, this 3, 2, 1, 1, -1. Okay, this is suppose xt, this is suppose yt. Okay, or you can write x1t, x2t, anything you can write. Two function is given and say that whether these two signals are orthogonal or not, prove that. Okay. This is homework. So let me give one concept, okay? Very important concept. Till now we are saying something orthogonality, something integration, something I am saying that, okay, if integration t0 to t1, t2 to t1, t1 to t2, f1t, f2t, dt equal to 0, okay? Let me give a concept. By looking the graph also you can say whether these two signals are orthogonal or not, okay? This is the homework you should do at your home, okay? So let me give one concept. Let me give this one only, 0 to 2, okay? F1t, F2t, T, okay? So what is the orthogonality formula? T1 to T2, F1t, F2t, dt equal to 0, okay? This thing, let me clear. This thing give the overlap area between the two signal, okay? The area between area on which two signals are overlapping. This is the this is called this given by this signal, okay? What you know how many portion two signals are overlapped, okay? That is given by this integration. That is integration t1 to t2 f1t f2t dt equal to 0 means there is no overlap. Means no overlap between two signal. This is the concept behind. In your back of the mind, you should know this integration means there is no overlap between two signal if the overlap is 0, okay? Understood? So can you say these two signals overlap is how much? Is there any overlapping between these two signals? If it is 2 and 4, 0. Whether there is overlapping between these two signals? Since nobody's answer. Since there is no overlapping, no, then we directly say that then these signals are orthogonal signal. Understood? Since there is no overlap, there is no signal present between 0 to 2. Understood? So we directly, by looking this graph, we directly say that there is no overlap. Like that also here, if we prove that the positive area, how much? In this area, positive area, can you say? The area, positive area is 2, 1, 2, and negative area is 2, 1, minus 2, okay? Like that, here negative area, this area is represents how much? The area 1 into minus 1. Minus 1. 1 into 2, 2. This is also minus 1. Understood? The overlap, when you multiply and sum up, these two signals area will be cancelled out and give the 0 only. Understood? So, since here you can directly say, okay, there is no overlap, so orthogonality will be 0. Orthogonal, those are orthogonal signal. Here also you should prove by taking the integration from how much? 0 to 4. Okay. x1t, y2t, dt. You have to break the 0 to first, you take 1, then you take x1t, y of t. Then again you break 1 to 2, x1, xt, yt, dt. Then you break 2 to 3, xt, yt, dt. Like 3 to 4, xt, yt, dt. Then ultimately you will get 0, okay? So likewise you can prove, okay? Like that you can prove, and you can say that these signals are orthogonal or not. And I am saying that, let me give another concept, that I am saying that sine and t and cos mt are orthogonal for any value of m or n. I am saying that's no, for any value of m or n, these two signals are orthogonal. Why? By looking the graph also you can say. But there has some orthogonal, means the average will be 0, okay? The area will be average because their phase difference is 90 degree, okay? That's why these signals are means orthogonal when you take for one period. Overall, their area will be cancelled up for one time period. So like that, these things, the orthogonality means, the last point we have got that orthogonality is nothing but the overlap region between two signals. Okay. If the overlap is 0, then two signals are orthogonal. Otherwise, non-orthogonal. Is it clear up to this much? So we have learned so many things today. So many things we have learned today, and from the vector analysis itself we have started. First, from vector analogy we have started. First, we have said what we have learned, that vector can be represented in terms of another vector with some coefficient, and that is given by b1. Okay, the component of b1 and b2 can be given as like that. Or you can say vector can be approximate with another vector like b1, c1 to b2. One formula we find that if we remove the approximation part, then there will come a error vector. Okay. Similarly, I have said that a function signal can be represented with another function like this. Okay. Here c12 is given b1 dot b2 by b2 whole square. Here c12 for function case, okay, c12 is given by integration t1 t2 f1 t f2 t dt by t1 t2 f2 whole square t dt. It is similar with the vector analogy. So two vectors are orthogonal when they are perpendicular, or the dot product b1 b2 equal to 0. Okay, then the vector b1 and b2 are orthogonal. For the signal purpose, we have said that when t1 t2 f1 t f2 t equal to 0, then F1t and F2t is orthogonal. We have learned today. Understood? This thing is important. Dot product 0 means both are orthogonal. Integration or area between two signals is 0, or integration F1 to F2 upon interval, any interval is 0 means both the signals are orthogonal. Understood? Then we have learned that something sine. What we have learned? We have learned sine something empty or and sine and t is orthogonal. Orthogonal when m not equal to n. Like that we have learned cos mt and cos nt are orthogonal when m not equal to n. If both are equal means both are similar signal, but orthogonality required for different signal. Okay. And we have learned for any value, if sine nt is given or sine mt is given and cos nt is given, then those are orthogonal signal. Orthogonal signal for any value of m or n. This thing we have learned. Okay. Then we have proved some numerical also upon these concepts. So these topics are very important. And next we will learn about some orthogonal vector set. Okay.